You too could look like this. Call 01800 1800 PRATT.
And can you trust that you won't blow away in the wind?
How are you feeling this morning, Michelle?
Yeah, I feel good actually this morning. Not really a short walk yesterday. Day
7. Now I've got some zinc cream on my face because I got quite dry from the wind yesterday on my face, so it looks a bit blotchy, a bit white. But we camped just here near this bench. This is a town called Leibster. It's an interesting town actually, got an interesting fishing history. Going back to the sort of 1600s, I think. At one time it was a Viking stronghold, and then eventually a Sinclair family came here, a Norse, no sorry, not a Norse, a Norman family. So it would have been the French that came up here and settled here and made it a very, very successful fishing port. The fishing now is a minor part of the port's industries, but at one time I think it used to do many, I think it was in the top 7 or so fisheries in the United Kingdom. Actually, the building of the port itself bankrupt the Sinclair family at some point. It took several attempts. I think at the end it was the Duke of Portland, if I remember rightly what I read, that finished it off. It may have been even somebody after him, but it took a lot of building. We're not going to walk down there, it's a little bit too far, but I'll put up some nice photos for you to have a look at.
And can you trust that you won't blow away in the wind? And do you tether your hopes or let go of the ropes in the hope that you...
Deer off in the distance there. Big herd. Probably close to 50 deer maybe. Oh, there's more in the bracken over there as well. They're wary of us. They're not bothered by the cars, but they're wary of us.
Just follow the road.
And ahead of us,
Blood in your veins like
the path ends.
for the trains.
The rain just came from nowhere. Nowhere at all. Just gonna have a banana. Stopped, and in the time it took us to get a banana out of our bags, pop our hats on, this huge, great big rainstorm just hammered us. Got a big truck coming. We're gonna need to get a bit off the road if we can. As far back as we can get.
Trains. The heart always aims for the place where you belong. Just follow it home.
We just met a guy pulling a dustbin, and I thought, you know, garbage can to you Americans, and I wondered if he was just taking it out to the road, but he's actually hiking Inverness to John O'Groats with his dustbin and a message. I'll put that up here. You can see, we didn't fully understand what his message was. So Mark, whatever your message is, man, safe journey. Whee! A piece of path. I've got to hide behind Michelle's bag. The wind has never stopped today. We won't do a lot of filming today because the wind and the rain. These paths, it would actually be nicer. It would be nicer to walk on the roads. The paths have a camber, they're covered in gravel. This pathway that they've put here for us is all rocks and holes and potholes. So come on, Highland Council, get your finger out, stop wasting that money on your white papers and your slogans and your dinners. Chuck some of that money into making this road a more pleasurable walk. So this is where the A99 meets the A9, just ahead of us here. So the A9, A99 here. Now the only thing that we've got to be aware of now is these are the two main roads up into the Highlands, and now we're heading south of these two roads, so we'll be potentially doubling our traffic. The hills are the killers. Particularly as we're not, at our fittest yet. We're not sure how many miles we've done today. The rain's coming again, look. It feels like 100, it's probably closer to 6, 7, maybe, if we're lucky. Oh no, here comes another big lorry. Oh, thank you for getting over. We just came to a little driveway. So a moment later, how are you feeling, Michelle?
That's all you're getting.
It's tiring. It's tiring. I guess if we had the bodies of a 25-year-old, would it be easier? Well, it must be, right? It must be. But it's hard going, and it's hot. And then it's cold. And then it's raining. And then it's windy. And the wind's blowing so fast today that it can be sunny, and 10 seconds later it can be pelting it down with rain. This is a trying day, one of those trying days, which is, we're really feeling we're pushing ourselves and hopefully getting fitter and stronger. But it doesn't feel that way today, does it, Michelle?
No.
Michelle doesn't want to talk. I don't blame her. Reserve your oxygen. The traffic never stops, never gives you a break. We just hope they all pay heed to us. Log wagon. That fella did what he's supposed to do. Step up here a wee bit. Okay, so Michelle and I are packing up from the bay, just below the campsite that we're staying in tonight. So we're having a rest day today. The weather has been weird today. It's rain, it's stop, it's sun, it's rain, it's wind. I feel like I'm perpetually moaning, but this route is quite a harsh route. There's been a mixture of really sort of talkative and non-talkative people we've had good chats with. but generally we've met quite a few good people here.
Bruce and Joni.
Bruce and Joni. Oh, I don't think we exchanged names yesterday then,
No,
did we?
we didn't. No.
Bruce and Joni, Stephen, Michelle, that's us. And this, in Molly's in here somewhere. Hello, sweetheart. Good morning. Good morning. First shower and wash since we started. I feel a lot fresher. Thank you, Inver Caravan Park. Look at us, Michelle.
Oh yes.
Walking down the A9.
A9. So sprightly that we are.
With no bags. I could run down here. It's still treacherous, but with no bags because we're staying in this lovely couple's garden. They've got a campsite, but they're actually letting us stay in their garden where we've got a bit of buffer from the wind. And Rona and Keith, thank you very much. Hello, fella. Hello.
Oh, there you are.
Hey, you're all right. But I could skip down this road.
Absolutely.
And the sun's come out for the first time today.
Yep.
If we were carrying our bags, it'll be blowing and windy.
There's no wind, there's no rain, and there's no bags.
Look at that. Yeah, the sky's carrying rain though. Definitely got rain up there. Oh, so you're smoking herrings, are you?
We're smoking mackerel.
Mackerel. Oh man,
This is mackerel caught in the bay.
That smells so good. That smells so good, man.
So it's good. Yeah, we tried a bit. Yeah, try a bit of this.
Just a little bit dry. They're just the smell. What wood are you burning? Are you burning that one?
We use a mixture of oak and beech.
That is so good. Okay, so we're about to leave Inver. Oh, it's a cold grey morning. We're about to leave Inver campsite and start walking after a day's rest. And Xiao, good morning.
Good morning.
Caught having a little crafty drink from our hydration packs. Now, as we've had a little bit of a rest, I'm wondering how we're going to feel walking again with the packs. At the moment, I feel fine. Let's get hiking.